that might sum up how I felt showed up at the game today. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on at work. I thought 285 actually. Now that I look at the video, it's going up with decent speed, but I thought I would have done this way faster, even without a belt. Man, I am shot. Today's 285 for 4 sets of 9. Look at me pretending to be badass without catches either, which I think is actually a dumb mistake, even if the weight's kind of lighter. I was actually really sore after the Monday session. Now that I kind of recall the first week of Smolov, I was actually really sore, but wasn't thinking properly, didn't take the proper precautions, etc., etc. So, you know, the focus on the first week has been acceleration and putting this on my back. I felt a lot heavier than I thought it should have been. One thing also, my stance is narrower, like kind of more like Olympic lifter stance. But since I'm doing lower low bar squat, I found that it's kind of harder to explode out from the hole. And when I was warming up, I tried to sit back as much as possible, and I think the problem is when I'm warming up, I'm doing high bar squats since my shoulders are warming up too. By the time I get to a working set, my stance becomes low bar, so I can't sit back as far, because otherwise the bar wouldn't be over my heels per se. It would actually be lower if I sit back too far. So, two possible things I could do. I could do high bar, or I could try to do low bar. I've been doing low bars, so I think I'll stick with low bar. Just gotta keep in mind, I am doing low bar. But by the time the second set, obviously saw grinder the last 3 reps, but by the time the 4th set rolled around, I was pretty pumped up, and yeah, it went by pretty quick. And yeah, I was dead tired coming in from work, but luckily Vinh and Mike showed up. I'm glad they showed up. They're very encouraging, and them hitting the lifts, it does inspire me quite a bit. And that kind of gave me enough energy to get me through the grind. Hopefully I can get through this week. And it was really hot today too, if I could add another excuse. This is Vinh squatting. Vinh has improved significantly since I first met him. I remember his max was maybe something above 185 using a belt and not even touching parallel. And I haven't seen Vinh squat for maybe a month and a half or something. Definitely an improvement. He's been following my recommendations. His torso is way more upright. This is Mike squatting. For Mike, I think he has a tremendous, I think, amount of natural strength. It's just one thing that he didn't, or he neglected to do today, was kind of warm up. He kind of went too much into it too fast. But I think once we get some, so we put a lower weight for him, and he was able to do it with ease. So I think he just needs to warm up into it. As for Vinh, I don't know if it's a PR for him, but he actually tried this set prior with a belt and kind of struggled with it, and I told him, hey, maybe you're not used to the belt, try it without a belt, and he hit this perfect. And then Vin and Mike hit up some front squats. I didn't do front squats, that was in Smolov, but so you can see, like, Mike, once he's warmed up, he could get pretty good depths, and he has some CrossFit background, so I think he should be fine. Vin wants to try some front squat with a shoulder position on I guess the Olympic lift position, and he's having some shoulder mobility. His shoulder is so strong that he just held it upright, and then those guys both followed it up with some overhead presses. And I don't have the full footage because I was benching at the same time, but definitely these guys have tremendous amount of upper body strength. So lots of we'll see how they do when they bench. This is about, I think, about 150 pounds, 155 pounds, and Vin hit this with ease. As for my bench, today is the 90% rep max or something. The pause tests were really easy for 215, and I guess I forgot to film it, but the 215 for AMRAP, I only hit like 4.5. Yeah, I was a little disappointed, but the pause ones were so easy. So if I wasn't so tired, I mean, I'm coming up with some more excuses, I think I would have hit that pretty easily. And I did some slingshot work after. I didn't record my 245, but they all felt pretty easy. So maybe I was nervous or something, but I'm not too worried about those numbers for the bench. They're progressing pretty nicely. Followed up with some pull-ups. Too lazy to grab the belt, which I didn't even realize was literally right next to me. Just some pull-ups to follow up with, and then some dips and then some curls. But the more exciting part about the recent training sessions is Vin and Mike showing up and them hitting it hard. And I'm truly impressed by Vin's progress. He definitely doesn't let ego get to him, and he's been progressing very nicely on his lower body parts. Anyways, just remember, you can never drink too much. You can only drink too fast. Be the wolf, not the sheep.